Dear students, we will start with the chapter quadratic equation. Now let us see first what do you mean by quadratic equation. An equation involving one variable with highest power of variable as 2 is known as quadratic equation. Now let us see general form of the quadratic equation. It is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now see, in this equation we have to remember very important condition. See, a, b, c are the real numbers and a is not equals to 0. See, if a becomes 0, then square term will be not there. That means it will not become quadratic equation. So the general form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now you have to remember some conditions for quadratic equation. That means to identify quadratic equations, you have to remember following points. First one, it has only one variable. See, first you have to check the equation must contain only one variable. And secondly, the highest power of variable is 2. So this equation is also called as second degree equation. Now see, no term in the equation must have the power of variable greater than 2. If the power of variable is 3, then it is not quadratic equation. So remember student, while checking whether the quadratic equation, whether the equation is quadratic or not, first check it contains one variable and the highest power of variable is 2. Question number 1. Which of the following are quadratic equations? Now we have to identify whether the equation is quadratic or not. Now for that, first we have to convert this equation in general form. That is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. So first solve this equation. Now see, y minus 2 into y plus 2. We can solve this multiplication by using a plus b and a minus b formula, that is a square minus b square. So we will get y square minus 4 is equals to 0. Now see, in this we can write middle term as 0y. So y square plus 0y minus 4 is equals to 0. See, this equation is in general form x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. And we can observe here a is equals to 1, b is equals to 0, c is equals to minus 4 are real numbers and a is not equals to 0. So it is a quadratic equation. So remember student, first you have to convert this in general form. Then you can identify whether the equation is quadratic or not. From same exercise, same question, question number 5. Now m cube plus m plus 2 is equals to 4m. Now in this we can observe the highest power of variable is 3. That means we can say this is not quadratic equation. But we have to convert this in general form. So we can bring this 4m at left hand side. So we have m cube plus m minus 4m plus 2 is equals to 0. So m minus 4m will become minus 3m. So m cube minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. So we can say in this equation maximum index of the variable is 3, that is degree is 3. So it is not a quadratic equation. Question number 8. Z minus 7 upon z is equals to 4z plus 5. Same, we have to identify whether the equation is quadratic or not. Now see, first we have to convert this in general form, that is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now for that, remember this denominator z is not required. So first step we can multiply throughout by z. We get, see, z square minus 7 is equals to 4z square plus 5z. Now see, the one side of quadratic equation is always 0. So you can bring all the terms at one side. You will have z square minus 4z square minus 5z minus 7 is equals to 0. So z square minus 4z square become minus 3z square minus 5z minus 7 is equals to 0. In form x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0, and we can say a is equals to minus 3, b is equals to minus 5, c is equals to minus 7 are real numbers and a is not equals to 0. Therefore, it is a quadratic equation in variable z. So, in this way we can say this is a quadratic equation. Same question number 1, in that q square minus 4 upon q square is equals to minus 3. Now see, first we have to solve this and bring it in general form. Now see, in denominator q square is not required, so we can multiplying throughout by q square. We get q square minus 4 is equals to minus 3q square. Now this minus 3q square we can bring at LHS plus 3q square. So q square plus 3q square minus 4 is equals to 0. Now this is in general form. X square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. We can add this q square plus 3q square, you will get 4q square. So middle term will become 0q. So 4q square minus 0q minus 4 is equals to 0. So this is in general form, x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. That means we can say this equation is quadratic. See, in this case we have a4, b is equals to 0, c is equals to minus 4 are the real numbers and a is not equals to 0. So it is a quadratic equation in variable q. Write the following quadratic equation in standard form. We have to write, see, the equation, quadratic equations are given. We have to convert this in standard form, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now see, in question number 2 we can solve with question number 3. M plus 4 into m minus 10 is equals to 0. So let us solve this bracket. We can multiply first m into m minus 10 plus 4 into m minus 10. So for first bracket we will get m square minus 10m, and for second 4m minus 40. So m square minus 10m plus 4m will become minus 6m. So m square minus 6m minus 40 is equals to 0. See, this is in general form, x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Question number 2. X square upon 25 minus 4 is equals to 0. We have to convert this in standard form. Now see, in standard form we can observe denominator is not required. So we can multiply throughout by 25. We get x square minus 100 is equals to 0. Now see, in this we can write middle term, x square plus 0x minus 100 is equals to 0. So the equation is now in standard form, x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Write the following equations in a standard form. 2z minus 5 upon z is equals to z minus 6. Again we have to convert this in general form. So for that, denominator z is not required. So first multiply throughout by z. We get 2z square minus 5 and at RHS z square minus 6z. Now you can bring all the terms at one side of the equation. So 2z square minus z square plus 6z minus 5. 2z square minus z square will become z square plus 6z minus 5 is equals to 0. So the equation is now in standard form, x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. In same question, now we will going to solve question. M square plus 5 upon m square is equals to minus 3. Now see, we have to convert this in standard form. So m square plus 5 upon m square is equals to minus 3. So denominator m square is not required. So multiply throughout by m square. We get m square plus 5 is equals to minus 3m square. Now minus 3m square will become plus 3m square. M square plus 3m square plus 5 is equals to 0. So 4m square plus 5 is equals to 0. Now we can write middle term as 0m. So 4m square plus 0m plus 5 is equals to 0. So again the equation is in standard form, that is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Write the quadratic equations in standard form. Again the same question, we have to convert the quadratic equation in standard form, that is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now see, y minus 5 upon y is equals to 3y minus 7. Now see, in denominator we have y. So first we will multiply throughout by y. We get y square minus 5 is equals to 3y square minus 7y. So one side of this equation should be 0. See, y square and 3y square, we can write 3y square plus y square will become minus y square, and minus 5 will become plus y. So 3y square minus y square, 2y square, minus 7y plus 5. So we have 2y square minus 7y plus 5 is equals to 0. That means the equation is in standard form, that is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Write the quadratic equation in standard form. Again same question, x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now see, we have p square plus 5 upon 3p square is equals to minus 7. Now see student, remember, whenever we have to convert the equation in standard form, denominator is not required. So first multiply whole equation by denominator. So multiply throughout by 3p square. You will get, see, in LHS 3p square get cancelled. So p square plus 5 is equals to minus 7 into 3p square. It will gives you 21 minus 21p square. Minus 21p square, when it comes at LHS, it will become plus. So p square plus 21p square plus 5 is equals to 0. Now 21 plus 1, 22p square. Now middle term we can write 0p. So 22p square plus 0p plus 5 is equals to 0. So this is standard form of the quadratic equation, that is x square plus bx plus c is equals to 0.